Wednesday, December 12th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you. I want to start off with a couple of camera shots across the region. Check that out. That is the Cataloochee ski area. And that's a nice sight to see those snow guns on and some ski resort areas across the region this morning. The temperature there near Maggie Valley is at 30 this morning. And over on the other side of the state, the Cape Fear River in Wilmington, there's a look at the camera there. It's 52 degrees, much milder there along the coast, a lot of 50s over that way. Now here's the radar this morning, and that rain at the moment is mainly east of Interstate 95. What you see west of there largely not reaching the ground in North Carolina. There you go, that rain shield beginning to take shape in the eastern parts of North Carolina down into South Carolina and Georgia, and then from there down into Florida. And we are going to see waves of rain lifting from Florida up through parts of Georgia and mainly the eastern Carolinas as we go through the day today. Now there's your temperatures this morning, 30s in parts of the Piedmont and the mountains. You get into some 40s closer to I-95, some 50s closer to the coast this morning. A lot of chilly air across the central and eastern part of the country, even Dallas at 34, 43 degrees in New Orleans, and 28 degrees in St. Louis. Interesting to note, by the way, the big snow drought continues in Chicago, but Dallas actually beat Chicago in terms of the first flakes of the season. All right, highs yesterday was a mild day, and those highs, or I should say mild, as we had high temperatures recorded in the early morning, and then it was a cooler day overall. A lot of highs in terms of the afternoon highs, daytime highs, in the 50s in a good chunk of the Piedmont. A lot of cloud cover overhead now, that shield of rain beginning to take shape with that coastal low there situated off the Georgia coast. It'll just be this wave after wave of activity in terms of that rain lifting up through the eastern Carolinas today and tonight. Here's Stormcast, and you can see just these areas of rain moving through. Probably I-85 is about as far north and west as the rain will be able to make it. The heavier rain total is further east than that, though. Let me show you what Stormcast is printing out for rain amounts today and tonight. As always, take the exact amount with a grain of salt, but certainly the amounts ramp up the farther east you get into the region, and the precip will largely miss the foothills and the mountains. All right, on to the modeling here. We're going to talk about that system next week in great detail. Let me kind of step you through the European. There's our incoming disturbance today, helping to get that coastal low going and keep those waves of rain moving our way. Now we get out to the weekend, and that's when things get really chaotic in terms of the overall upper air pattern. This is Saturday. And then on the European, we get out to very early Monday morning, all right? And a lot of players on the field, one piece of energy diving down through the Rockies, another in the Tennessee Valley, big, broad upper air low in the Midwest and the Northern Plains states. By the time you get out to Tuesday evening on the European, you've had that upper level low kind of try to consolidate over the Midwest, and this energy is bundled on the south side. That eventually turns into a closed upper air low right there on the European model as it lifts up close to the Delmarva Peninsula. Now let's see. On the GFS modeling, it's a little bit different here. There you can see the upper low closes off a little bit sooner over Georgia and the western Carolinas, and it's also quicker Tuesday afternoon. And then you get out to 168 hours on the GFS, and there's where that closed low is sitting over eastern parts of North Carolina. Finally out at 180 hours of the GFS. It's pretty powerful upper air low that's off the coast of southern New England. Okay, so let me kind of step you through this day by day. First of all, let's roll through today. There's your rain moving up through parts of the Carolinas and Georgia. As you get into tomorrow, high pressure begins to build in from the northwest. We'll see a lot of sunshine tomorrow and Friday. Nothing overly cold about it, but chilly during the morning time. Our lows settling on down into the 20s and 30s across the region Friday morning, and our highs 50s, maybe some low 60s working into some spots by Friday, and looks like upper 50s and lower 60s over the weekend. Now here's where things begin to get complicated. This is Saturday, and then there's Sunday. We're going to see a cold front move in and bring us the opportunity of some showers. Let's see. All right, yeah, we'll just go to the GFS first, and I'll show you some of the differences. All right, this is Monday on the GFS. You have an area of rain in Georgia, parts of the Carolinas. Further out in time, as that low begins to strengthen, the cold air wrapping in on the back side of this developing low. And by the time you get out to Tuesday evening, that's what that looks like as the coastal low begins to develop and really strengthen with time, and then lifts up off the southern New England coast. Now let's go to the European model. And first of all, it's a lot heavier with the rain around here Sunday night, especially Sunday evening, Sunday night. A lot more rain on the European for the Carolinas than what the GFS indicates with the weekend system. And then here we go by Tuesday. Low pressure centered over Tennessee. 6 hours later, that low is transferring and working its way toward the coast. And at face value on the European, this is at least attempting to be snow back into the Tennessee Valley and the Ohio Valley. And then further east, I should say further down the road from there, there's the European at 168. That was 168. Let me go out to 180, and that low is lifting up the coast. And so, yeah, I think the general idea to take from this is that you're trying to see some snow on this system somewhere in that corridor. We will see. We'll kind of see how this develops. A lot of moving pieces here. But it's interesting to note that the general idea is on the table of this upper level low moving through. Now again, let me just pick one of these charts from this time frame. We'll go back to when this system is trying to kind of in the formative stages. This is back early Monday morning. And again, you notice piece of energy, energy, and all sorts of energy. It's just a chaotic pattern. And if you don't keep the spacing of these disturbances at the right distance and the interaction of any disturbances just right, you could wind up losing this system altogether. So, it's something to watch, but it's absolutely nothing at all to take to the bank yet. But something interesting to watch nonetheless. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day today, and God bless.